Hey, I'm Jake McNeal. I'm the creator of Crosswalk the game, and you're watching my second devlog episode for my new and upcoming game, Crosswalk Joyride. Since the last episode, I've created a main menu and I've modified the game over menu with better icons. Today, though, I wanted to work on the upgrades menu, and I've brainstormed what I wanted to do, and I've basically come up with 3 separate categories, and these are player customization, upgrades, and trade-ins. I went off to make some images for the 3 buttons, and I came up with this idea to blur the background to make the text pop. With this idea in place, I put Tommy in his 3D form alongside a 3D car and a license plate, just because this is everything I planned for the user to be able to customize. I then added some tokens from Crosswalk the game to the upgrades menu, and I wanted to see what it looked like, so I placed them into the scene, and I hated it. I threw away most of what I was working on and made a few drafts of various other designs before landing on one that I feel matched the style of the game more. The rest of the UI is based on pixel art icons, so I wanted to incorporate my pixel art characters into the theme. I also decided that gradients didn't really match well, so I replaced them with a solid color taken straight from Crosswalk the game. Unfortunately, this was all the time I had to work on the game, so I closed up shop. Over the weekend, I started on the player customization submenu, but today I wanted to work on the license plate section. So I created a license plate image in Photoshop and I imported it. You will be allowed 6 characters in your license plate, and I'll have to add functionality to this section later. But for now I wanted to create a way for the player to see their coins and rubies, so I added a header with 2 slots for information. I then went on to create a pixel art Greg coin. After going through a few versions, I finally came to one that I liked. I placed everything in the scene as a mock-up to see if I would like it, and I'm okay with it. I'm not sure if I'll keep it exactly like this, and it may be changed in the future. I still need to add some functionality to the menu, but this will have to be started on Tuesday. Today I wanted to add some functionality to the menu. But first I decided that the main menu should probably scroll vertically rather than horizontally. So after placing all the elements correctly, I made all the game objects children of the white bounding box. And this allowed me to create a mask to hide the content unless the user scrolls it into view. And after some testing, I decided that it was good and I wanted to work on the vehicle section. And for this section, I wanted it to match the player selection, so I needed to create a pixeled version of the standard vehicle. And after creating the vehicle, I went ahead and created the same car with 4 other colors. And this will allow the user to choose which color vehicle that they would want. And looking at the menu, I decided the original halo that I had was way too dark and it brought away the focus from the subject. And so I decided to instead have them in front of my cartoony clouds. And this looked way better in my opinion. I then selected a few characters from Crosswalk the game that I planned to make 3D models of. And I went and created a sprite sheet that Unity will split apart for individual sprites. I then created a script to work with the buttons on each side, and this script contains 2 arrays. An array for sprites and an array for strings. And the script will navigate through the array and take the information and represent it on screen. With the little time that I had left, I wanted to create a color picker section for the vehicles. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to add any functionality to the color picker, so I saved and I would continue it tomorrow. Today I started by adding some functionality to the color picker. After this, I decided to switch my mindset and go back to working on the main menu. Currently, you can play the game while the main menu is up. So I edited my player motor script to disallow forward movement until the user taps the screen. And this will be a temporary thing until I can figure out how I want the main menu background to look. But at least this gives a way for the main menu to disappear during the gameplay. I then wanted to work on a way to restart the game after getting a game over, and let me tell you, I ran into some serious problems. My first issue was due to my prefabs not being able to hold the references needed when deleted from the scene. I fixed this by keeping the menus within the scene and toggling them from an active state to a non-active state, but following this I ran into so many problems that were so time consuming to fix But eventually I got basically everything working. That is, except every once in a while there's a slim chance that when you restart the game, the tiles won't load and the player falls to their frickin' death. I tried and I tried to figure it out. And this was good because it helped me to solve some other issues that I was having with my game previous to this point. But, after a long time trying to fix it, I ran out of time, and I'd have to sleep on it and try and fix it in the morning. I woke up and went to see if I could figure out the tile loading glitch. But looking more into it, I decided I was wasting too much time, and I would have to use the built-in system of reloading the level. I didn't want to use this system because it would require reloading all of the assets. However, after I implemented it, I realized how fast and easy it was. I then went back through and deleted the reset methods, and everything was on track once again. Now, while testing, I noticed some bugs with vehicles coming up to crossroads. On occasion, they will stop all movement or they will reduce speed significantly. This needed to be fixed, so I rewrote part of my vehicle motor script, and it seemed to fix all of these issues. However, then I noticed another glitch that would send vehicles flying in the air after a collision instead of exploding, and this was easily fixed with an additional function within the vehicle motor script. After this, I went to work on some icons for upgrading. I wanted the style to be minimal and pixelated. I tried only using 2 colors with a darker color for each one, only allowing 4 colors in total. I think they came out well. I only think the fuel icon will need some kind of revision in the future. But today is Valentine's Day, so I saved the game and I will continue in episode 3. I just want to thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. If you would like to play Crosswalk the game, there will be a download link in the description of this video. I'd love to hear what you think about it. Anyway, I have a hot date, so I'll see you guys in the next one.